Shalom, everyone. Are you for him or are you against him? Really, come on. I have to do a message like this. Are you for him or are you against him? Some of our people, they say they are for him. They speak that they're for him. They're going in the scriptures, they're teaching, and they're proclaiming they are for him. But are they really for him or are they against him? And you need to know when those are for the people that's for him and those that are against him. Anyone that goes against his word, of course, they are not with him. They are against him. But we're going to see in scripture people for him and people against him. Psalms 119, 133 says, this is what we should say to him. Direct my steps by your word. We need our steps to be directed by his word. That means we should be doing. We should shema his word. We should listen, hear, and do. Always remember the shema in Deuteronomy. He says, and let no iniquity have dominion over me. So if we don't pray this, if we don't know this, if we don't do this, iniquity will have dominion over us. 1 John 5, 2 and 3. He says, by this we know that we love the children of the Most High when we love Yahuwah and keep his commandments. This is how we know we love him. Now, people quote this, people say this, but are you really keeping his commandments? Or are you just saying you're keeping his commandments? For this is the love of Yahuwah, that we keep his commandments. And his commandments are not burdensome. You know, we understand that Christians believe that the commandments burdensome. You can't keep the law. This is why the law is done away. Blah, blah, blah. We know the story. Matthew 7, 21 through 23. This Yahushua saying, not everyone who says to me, Master, Master, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he who does the will of the Father in Shamayim. These are the ones that do the will. Many will say to me in that day, Master, Master, have we not prophesied in your name, cast out demons in your name, and done many wonders in your name? And then I will declare to them, I never knew you. Depart from me, you who practice lawlessness. Iniquity, one without law. This is what lawlessness means. And we don't understand. The Christians don't understand this. We understand this. We know what lawlessness means. You are without law. It's not talking about the law of man. His law is lawless. 1 John 5 and 19. We know that we are of the Most High, and the whole world lies under the sway of the wicked one. This is something that we know. It's talked about in Job 9:24. Listen, the world is given into the hands of the wicked one. The whole world lies under the wicked one. We see this. We see all the wickedness that's going on around the world today. You don't have to be, it doesn't take a rocket science to see all the wickedness that's going on. Even the people that don't know the Most High, they know, whoa, you know, men becoming women and women becoming men, and all the corruption that's going on with the children. You know, it goes on and on and on. And you don't think the Most High is going to do something about this? Of course, we know these people are not on his side, but it's those others that go under the radar we don't understand. We think they're on the Most High side, but there will be a separation that will happen. Genesis 6 and 5. Then Yahuwah saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every intent of the thoughts of the heart was only evil continually. So we understand, these are the days of Noah. As the days of Noah were, so will also the coming of the Son of Man be. Our last Shabbat, we went deeper into Noah and made all of the significant meanings to how we today relate to Noah's time. And it was unbelievable. It's unbelievable. We see our generation. We see us in Noah's story. Psalms 34 and 16 says, the face of Yahuwah is against those who do evil. Now we know this. The ones that do evil, and he knows everyone that's doing evil. He knows everyone that's doing good. There's a book. There is a book in Enoch that's talked about. And this book, everything you say, everything you do, it's being recorded. As I'm doing this video, it's being recorded. Every word that I'm speaking, we are under a microphone 24/7. When you're sleeping, you talking in your sleep, it's being recorded. Everything you say, it's being recorded. Make sure you understand this, and it will be played back. So in the face of Yahuwah is against all those who do evil, to cut off the remembrance of them from the earth. This is his intent. This is his soul, heart, and intent, to cut off iniquity. What did he do in Noah's days? He cut off iniquity. All of it, he cut it off, and the righteous remain. Remember, the wicked was taken away. This rapture thing, we know this is a false doctrine. We're not being taken out of here. We will be left. The wicked is being taken away. Micah 2:1. He says, woe to those who devise iniquity and work out evil on their beds. And we understand working out evil on their beds. We know what you do in your bed that's evil. At morning light, they practice it. Look, in the morning they doing this. Because it is the power, it's in the power of their hand. These wicked ones, they will do what they're doing, and it is being recorded. Isaiah 5:20 says, woe to those who call evil good and good evil. Now, this is a problem. Now, those messages making a distinction between clean and the unclean, we had to get this under our belt so we can understand what's good and what's evil. Because when you don't know what's good and evil, you will do both. And this is why the scripture is saying, woe to them who call good evil. You don't know it's good, and you calling it evil. You don't know it's evil, and you calling it good. Who put forth darkness for light. Of course, light is the Torah. And light for darkness. Who put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. And these are the things that, again, this is a double-minded man. James 4:4 says, adulterers and adulteresses, do you not know that friendship with the world is enmity with Yahuwah? We should know this. We should know this. And this is one thing that will help distinguish. Are you for him or are you against him? When you're friends to the world, then you're not a friend to the Most High. It says, whoever therefore wants to be a friend of the world makes himself an enemy to Yahuwah. So you will become his enemy if you try and do these things. John 3:20 and 21. It says, for everyone practicing evil hates the light. Listen, these people that stuck in the Christianity, they're practicing evil, saying the law is done away with, and understand it's in ignorance, but still it's being recorded. And once again, as the last video I did, the visit, did he visit you? These people, remember the other message, left in Christian churches, left in Babylon. These people are left in Christian churches because he did not visit them. Make sure we understand this. He did not visit them. That visitation message, that was very, very important. That's why I say we need to know about that visit that no one seems to want to talk about. But it's very important. Now you can see why those people are stuck in Christianity and stuck in those churches. It says, everyone practicing evil hates the light, which is the Torah, and does not come to the light. They don't come to the Torah. Why? Because they're saying it's done away with, and that is evil to even make that statement. That's his deeds should be exposed. And they believe this faith thing, that you can, not faith, grace, this grace, you're saved through grace. It's amazing. I had a Christian, listen at this, I had a Christian minister to me last week and trying to get me saved. This is what, and it was kind of, how can I say it? I know this. I've been in this. I know this teaching. This is the teaching I grew up and known all my life. And here you're trying to teach me something that I've already had this teaching and I know it's corrupted. It's unbelievable. But again, these people are living and believing a lie. And they're calling evil good and good evil. And they're thinking it's not your deeds. It's not what you do. that will save you, and that is a lie. We must do his work. It says from the work of our hands, we must do what he say do. It says, lest his deeds should be exposed. It's because of the deeds. It's because of what you said. It's going to determine. It says, but he who does the truth comes to the light, that his deeds may be clearly seen, and that they have been done in Yahuwah. This is very, very important. Luke 6:45. A good man out of the good treasures of his heart bring forth good, and an evil man out of the evil treasures of his heart bring forth evil. For out of the abundance of the heart the mouth speaks. Give these people time. Give the rebels time. When they open up their mouth, they will let you know if they are on the Most High side or if they are with the wicked one. We know this scripture also well. Matthew 12:33-37. Either make the tree good and its fruit good, or else make the tree bad and its fruit bad. For a tree is known by its fruit. And he called them brood of vipers. He called them snakes. This is what he called them. How can you, being evil, and some of these rebels, they come to the channel. How can they, being evil, then they speak good things? They'll say some good things, and then they come out and say something evil. For out of the abundance of the heart the mouth speaks. A good man out of the good treasure of his heart brings forth good things. This is what I try to do here on this channel. Bring forth good things. Sometimes the truth, what the prophets had said was coming, if you're outside of his will, it will not sound like it's good. You mean he's just about everyone's going to die? Yes. It doesn't sound good, but when you're in his perfect will, he will have a place for you. And an evil man out of his evil treasure brings forth evil things. But I say to you that for every idle word men may speak, here it is, they will give an account on the day of judgment. Why? Because it's being recorded in those books that's in Shamaim. It's being recorded. For by your words you will be justified, and by your words you will be condemned. We should know this. And Yahushua said in John 14:15, if you love me, keep my commandments. And 1 John 3:4 tell us, by this we know him, if we keep his commandments. He who say, I know him, and does not keep his commandments is a liar, and the truth is not in him. This is something I mentioned to the person about keeping the commandments, and they want to go in that Christian doctrine. Oh, you think you can get saved by something that you do. Well, it's not what you do. It's a free gift. I know that doctrine. Exodus 32:26-28. All right, we're going to find out the people that's for him and the people that's against him. Then Moshe stood in the entrance of the camp and said, whoever is on Yahuwah's side, come to me. Get this. Here we are in the borders. And the Most High is saying to us, whoever is on my side, come to me. You have to get this. This was done in script. Why? They have to come to him. The righteous, the ones that's going to be with him, they have to come to him. And all the sons of Lewi gathered themselves together to him and said to them, thus says Yahuwah, the mighty one of Yasharal, let every man put his sword on his side and go in and out from the entrance to entrance through the camp, and every man, watch this, kill his brother. Every man his companion, and every man his neighbor. I thought we were supposed to love our neighbor as ourselves. I thought we're not supposed to kill. You see, it says, thou shalt not kill. And this is something that came out in our Shabbat class. Who is my neighbor? This is what I asked the family. Who is my neighbor? And we have to think a little. Who is your neighbor? But after you consider who's your neighbor, and you realize who your neighbor is those that's in the land, living around you, that keep the commandments of the Most High, that keep Torah. This is your neighbor. So the sons of Lewi did according to the word of Moshe, and about 3,000 men of the people fell that day. So 3,000 was not with the Most High. They was not on his side. Now the Most High is asking us a question. Psalms 94:16. He's saying, who will rise up for me against the evildoers? And there is some deepness here I will bring out later. Who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity? He is looking for us to stand up, to come together, to rise up, come together within the land. This will happen. To come against the workers of iniquity and carry out his will. Shalom.